Tervetuloa Maailmankuvia sarjaan. Tätä jaksoa kuvataan Virossa Lilleorussa. Ja tänään minulla on tässä vieraana Jaanus, Viese. Seuraava keskustelu käydään englannin kielellä. Hello, Jaanus, it's nice to meet you.
Hello.
So, we are right now in Lilleoru, and this place has become familiar to you already 10 years ago, if I understood right. So, this is a worldview series, and now we are hearing your story, your spiritual journey, what you have been in this life, and how everything has started to you with this spiritual journey. So, let's begin. Where you have been born and when it was?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am Tallinn boy, capital city, and it's difficult to say where to start the spiritual journey. You asked, yeah.
So it didn't come from your childhood, from your home or something?
Yeah, because I already was churcher, we can say churcher, yeah. In secondary school, and I did yoga and different such kind of stuff and tried to find the answers to the main questions why I'm here and where is the who created this world and how I find him, or is it possible that he is somewhere, or such kind of questions with yoga connected. But
so was the yoga first connection to the spiritual world?
First connection was yoga, hatha yoga, this is physical yoga. Yeah. But yeah, years went, then 10 years ago I started to learn this here more deeply. Yeah. But actually, the spiritual word is like this is like outside from the life, but spiritual people and ordinary people, you know. But I can say, with my experience, that when you are in such kind of situation, when you are in trouble or some kind of difficult situation, then you trying to find the solutions and you don't find them, then you start to searching. And then happened with me, I went to this Ingvar course, but before that I did meditations and different things, but after this course I don't read any more spiritual books because I know who I am. So when I forget it, then I know how to find it like this. Yeah. Of course I forget it. So for me all answers came with this course. Yeah.
If we're going back to the example, your childhood, your family wasn't any religious or?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, because Soviet time there was very few families religions. I absolutely know. Yeah.
And this first spark for this kind of spiritual journey, you attend some yoga course or?
You mean in the secondary school?
In that time?
Of course. Yoga course, we can trainings.
And that was that hatha yoga?
Hatha yoga, this was hatha yoga.
Did you read some spiritual books in that time?
Yeah, during Soviet time we didn't have many, but after independent started, then I read many books, but they didn't help me. They said something, you have to be yourself, you are like a god and such kind of stuff, but it wasn't for me practical.
Yeah.
But maybe a very good start for my journey is something 16 years ago. I went from Tallinn to so far as I can in Estonia, in countryside. In Tallinn I worked as a business person, sales manager and salesperson, sales manager, sales consultant, business consultant. But then one day I feel that I can't anymore live in Tallinn. It was too much for me.
Which way? Was it too rational energy in that place or something else?
No, intensity. It was 16 years ago. Intensity and stressful, and I was against anything what was not natural. I want to live natural life with connected to the nature. But if some food or building material wasn't natural, then I started very angry to this person. Why you are building with this chemical stuff? You know, such kind of anger came, and it was resistance to everybody that wasn't natural. And that was the kick, we can say, for me to go to the countryside. So I was capital city boy, and then to the countryside. I even didn't know how to use hammer or handsaw. Yeah, but and it was emotional. Now I can say it was very emotional to go very quickly and to start with tent. And first year we with children lived in the sauna, English also, in sauna nearby village sauna, and we had hats inside because so cold was.
Okay.
Yeah, such kind of. And then why I speak about this, why I tell about this, because I didn't thought how to manage in countryside. Because I was worked in the business in Tallinn, but in countryside I changed my work also. I started to be natural building expert, but never I didn't have experience in building, but I went to the island to learn natural building.
To Ireland?
To Ireland,
Okay.
Ireland, yeah. One American guy came to the island because I read his book, and I was very motivated that how to do clay house with poor food, your feet and your hand, you can build house actually. It's true. But yeah, when I came from Ireland, then I started to do workshop, and when I go to the countryside to live, then I thought, oh, I can do 3 workshops per year and I live with this money. But it wasn't actually true. I didn't manage. A lot of troubles, no money. Situation was, when we came to the countryside, then we had money because we sold the property in Tallinn. But then, yeah, troubles, and when you are in the trouble situation, then you usually some people maybe not, but I tried to find solutions how to came out from this situation. First years were okay, but it started, this economical bad luck started with 3 years or during 3 years or something like this. But luckily, before these problems started, I went to the Ingvarville, the course. But this period was quite okay. We came to the countryside and I had money from Tallinn, but then maybe something 3-4 years after that, when I already knew this methods, technology, how to release emotions when you have some problems, then came a lot of sadness, a lot of sadness, anger. I was angry also to the wife, and why you're doing so, and disappointment, very big disappointment, because I thought that everybody is speaking how to live in the countryside and how to go to countryside to live in Estonia, but nobody didn't do it. And that's why I was very angry to everybody, to the society, to myself. And a lot of sadness came. I know that this sadness came from my childhood. I lost my father when I was very young, and grandfathers and mother also when I was very young man. And maybe this came from my childhood. So I was in the countryside when I lived. I was in the forest. Maybe 2 hours I cried. It was very awful for everybody near me also. But yes, but then I remembered, I have techniques, these. And now, during last years, maybe I have cried 2 seconds or 3 seconds because no reaction, no any more reactions. When the Ukrainian war started, maybe these days was a little bit reaction, but no automatic reactions. And it helps me a lot to come out from this depression and this situation. And yes, it takes time to be economically already balanced, but if you don't have such kind of strong feelings, then it's with calm situation you can very quickly do solutions and work and find the solutions. Maybe this is also spiritual, we can say. This is everyday life for everybody. But I was searcher and I went to the countryside. I thought that in the countryside I am calm and happy, and like we usually think that in the city maybe too stressful, let's go to the countryside. But the problem are inside, so they're coming out. The anger was with me, the sadness was with me. And yes, this is a story, a spiritual story.
It is indeed. When you go to the countryside and you have been all your life in, as I mentioned, city boy, first thing what will happen is that you have to face about yourself, because there is not that attractions like in a city. So you have to face yourself, your emotions and thoughts and everything about you. And that is what makes it hard.
Yeah, especially I went to this place where was only, you are also in Finland, you have many such kind of places where is only forest, river, and during the winter was so silent that even no birds, no voices, absolutely silent.
I'm living in that kind of place.
Oh, you're lucky. Maybe not.
Yep.
But the interesting thing is, story continue, that I changed my life about 3 or 4 years ago. I decided, no, I don't have any more such kind of pressure to live in countryside. Because no people, I can't help anybody. I am alone with family and like a driver to the school and back. And we sold this place, very beautiful place. We built this house in this place and we sold, and now I'm back in the town, small town in the South Estonia. Because why I did it? Because I don't have pressure inside to live in the countryside. In the town I am more helpful to others also.
What is the name of this town?
Põlva.
Põlva. Okay, yes. Well, now when you have get known this Ingvar's courses and you have attended of those, what is your goal with all of this? You have already released yourself from strong emotions. You don't have to react as soon as they appears. You have a time to think and let them go and so on. What is the next goal for your personal level when you using these techniques?
Yeah, usually we say this is good question. Yeah, because it is. Actually, when you start to release emotions, and I had very intensive period, maybe 2-3 years, when I had only focus, not only, but main focus was inside, when something happened inside, when I feel something, then I released it. Then one day you understand that, oh, it's nice to sit here, no goals. What are you doing? Everything is okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you are in the Tallinn or in the countryside. Quite neutral is the feeling. But then Ingvar says that the activity is your next goal then. Yeah. The activity, because activity is coming, this is our life, and usually activity comes to your table and you have to do it because I have 3 kids. I have to give them food and other things. And yes, this is the goal, but you asked maybe more spiritual goals or...
Well, it's all belongs to each other. That when you have a kids, you have a family to take care. You have even that you have a family, it's even more spiritual because you are in relationship with many people. You are handling own feelings, and then you have to handling kids' feelings because they are showing them and so on.
Yeah.
So it's more spiritual even when you have a people, I believe.
Yeah. And of course, there are some goals that are higher, but they are maybe, we say in Estonian, they are siht. I don't know how in English it is, but they are more like a...
You can tell more about it.
How to say, to find who is the creator. To really find. I have many connections and experience with creator in my life. Everybody can find this. Something happens, some persons come to you, how you didn't even call to them, but help is on the corner, you know, this situation. Yes. Everybody we have this, we can say this is also spiritual. But who is this big
guy, creator?
Big guy who is who put this person on the corner, and I get the help from this person, and this is the yoga path, Of course, this, but life is very, very everyday simple life. Because you have to do these activities. Otherwise, you know what happened.
Well, okay.
We have to care our bodies, it needs something, that's true.
Yes. Spiritual goal is to get notice who has created everything. Yes, okay, then I understood right. Yes. And is Ingvar offering methods for it?
Yeah.
And can you tell more about that method?
Yeah, this is Kriya Yoga. There are actually Kriya Yoga started already this practical consciousness. They are very, very connected. And first method is very simple, that how to find yourself, who is this, I am talking with you, and I can feel also myself.
Yes.
Partly. I can't feel it deeply because I have to think and to say to you something. But when I remember this and I can feel it, then it's distance also. Distance to other things. And this is already the path to the, like Kriya Yoga says, to the God. To not this. I don't want to meet the God what is theoretical with long beard and such kind of or believer. I just want to practically meet this greater. And the Kriya Yoga path is first step is true self, to find true self. Ingvar says also that, and in the Bible written that this is the Son of the God. Yeah.
When you think about your true self, what is those things what comes up in the first?
Yeah, it's difficult it's possible to think about this also, but actually this Ingvar Kriya Yoga teaching and practical consciousness very practically teach us how to physically, we can say physically, yeah, to feel true self. Yeah.
Yes. Well, those for your true selves, emotions and thoughts, they doesn't belong it, or do
Doesn't
they
belong.
the true selves?
Yeah, then you have distance, and I feel that that you asked something that I have bad feeling maybe somewhere, but who is recognize it? Not the feeling doesn't recognize or thoughts. Do they recognize my feelings? Somebody must be here who recognize these bad feelings inside me, or maybe I scratch. Yeah. Also, I can see that my focus goes here. Okay. Then something do like this. My focus goes here. Somebody recognize. And when you go to different things, for example, you're looking something, then your focus is here. When you are doing like this, focus is here. When you feel your body sensations, and I sit here, focus is, I see that focus is here. And its focus is changing quickly if you change it. But it's automatically changing also. And then you can recognize where it comes. There is one point in everybody where the focus started. This is true self. And when you are taking focus from objects and goes this point where it started, when you do this or scratching or looking something, then you can feel that you are. It's very easy. This Ingvar teaching, very simple way teach it how to. There is simple techniques for this.
Yeah. Yes. Then about the life mystical side, have you had any kind of mystical experiences on your spiritual journey? Something which is not belong to material world, something.
This experience usually is connected to the material world because we are in the material world. Yeah. Maybe some experience with these emotions releasing. They are maybe more practical. Maybe the spiritual things are too much personal, but this emotional releasing, I remember that I grew tomatoes, yeah? Is it right? In greenhouse.
Yeah.
And you know, when you grow tomatoes, tomato plant has these leaves that are lower leaves. And everybody who is expert in tomato growing, they know that you have to cut these leaves that are lower.
Yes.
So I knew this, maybe it was something 8 years ago or something. I knew this also, but as I said, when we started, that I was against everything what was like
not
traditional or not my way.
Yeah, yes, yes.
But wasn't natural way. Yeah, I liked natural way. So the cutting the leaves, tomato leaves, is not natural way for me. Wasn't natural. Then I grew tomatoes, but my wife father came 8 years ago to my place in countryside. He's very active guy and old guy, but very active. And he went to the greenhouse. I wasn't in the greenhouse. He went to the greenhouse and 5-10 minutes he cut all these lower leaves. And I remember something that I went to the greenhouse and I saw this situation that he cutting. I started anger and shouting, why you are doing this? And go out, and such kind of anger voice. And,
yes.
And he went out and maybe 3 or 4 years he didn't came anymore to my place. So anger is very lõhku, destroying force. Yeah. But then something 3 years ago or 4 years ago, we sold this place and now we are in Põlva, also a greenhouse. And another situation, we say déjà vu, déjà vu situation that I was inside, we went together to this my wife father to inside the greenhouse. And suddenly I remembered this situation 8 years ago. But it was so interesting to be in this new situation because I didn't have any feelings. Usually, if the situations again coming in your life, then you
react very
similar. Yeah. But I didn't react absolutely. I was maybe a little bit happy that he came to the greenhouse and he started to cut these leaves.
Yes.
But I was very happy. Oh yes, do it. I don't know how to do it. And no reaction, no bad reaction. So this is also a very spiritual story.
It is indeed.
And one story is that before I was against to the nowadays materials, building materials, and I remember that when I visited this expo fair, building fair expo explanation where building companies come together and these expos, then I said very badly. I remember these guys that you're selling these products. You have so many layers. I have to buy this. Why you produce this? You want money? Yeah, I was such kind of attitude because I knew that I can build everything with clay. But then after this course, I understood that I had emotions, automatic reactions to these materials against this nowadays life. And then I released. I remembered these situations. I used techniques 3-4 seconds, and after that, I can say that even I am neutral about this, but even more. About 6 years ago, I started to build plaster. I did plastering work usually with natural materials, clay plaster. But then I started to use chemicals also, because one is micro cement is very very much chemical inside, but it's very strong material, very good, very nice, and I didn't have any emotions. Why not to do this? Bad smell before, when I smelled such kind of smells, awful, I go away, I run away. But now I'm neutral about this. It's really inside nothing.
How do you see when we're talking about those strong emotions like angriness, anxiety, whatever it's a strong feeling? Is this technique taking away of those emotions, what Ingvar teaches, or have you learned to control those emotions? How do you see it?
No, usually in our societies, I was also very good control guy. Even I had here, you see, Mark. I had a lot of stress and in the business, and very quick you have to be in the business and intensive. And I control my emotions because people, now I know that people has this system here where you can control your emotions. But everybody feel also in the end of day quite tired, and here you can feel these bad feelings and such kind of things. But this Ingvar practical conscious techniques, you don't control them, you release it 3-4 seconds, you release it with technique, and after that in such situations emotions doesn't come back. And you of course have these tools, emotions, anger you have in the toolbox, every emotions you have, but you don't have automatic reactions, emotions. That's the difference. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because actors also use, good actor actually use he manages with emotions very well, yeah. Or she or he. But bad actor doesn't use real emotions so well. This is the difference in actors also. It's very easy to activate emotions. Yeah. Actors know how to do it. Yeah. But if you have automatic reaction, then it very quickly automatically reacts, or you suppress emotions.
Yeah.
But this is very bad for our body, this controlling emotions. So this is the difference, not to suppress because it's body killer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but to release. Yeah. Yeah.
And how about when you want to feel those very good, nice emotions, love and compassion and those, what these methods do for those positive feelings?
Yeah, it's your choice actually to keep them or not. I have some positive emotions also I have released, because sometimes positive emotions also we can take about the natural, the situation, economical situation in the world. Yeah. When I started to learn this clay building, then I understood that nobody don't want to go to countryside to live. Nobody don't want to build the house with your hand. Everybody want comfortable life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ingvar also says that actually environment problems are not about negative emotions or thoughts. They are more connected to the positive one. So sometimes positive emotions, they can destroy also life. Yeah. But yeah, I use positive and automatical positive emotions also. I didn't release them all. Yeah. I haven't released them.
Yeah, yes.
You can keep them. Yeah.
Yes, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear that you don't have to release all your emotions.
Yes, yes.
Just
and if you release all emotions, then also you can activate emotions, not like this, I am joyful, but real emotion that comes.
It's nice to hear those stories what you have tell, and how this techniques has teached you to release those emotions, and how does it affect completely your life. What else you would like to share?
Yeah, maybe about work life.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I work also natural materials, but also not natural. But I am builder, stove master, stove builder, oven builder, or how we can say. And sometimes in the building, you are doing 100%, and you want to do very good stove or very good wall, to plaster wall. Yeah. I said this about microcement, also this bathroom plastering, but something will happen in the future with this material, or something you didn't see during this building process. Yeah. And then every builder knows this, that you have to go back and to do something new way. Again, you can do repair something. And then usually I remember myself, and when I see other builders, usually they are quite angry and stressful. Why I have to go back, and why I have to do it without money, and such kind of. This is inside dialogue usually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't say it to the customer. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But it's very stressful inside dialogue, and it starts also influence the emotions. Then you're angry, you're doing this again, and no money. But very interesting stories about these techniques. When I use techniques, and the client calling me that, oh, Jaanus, we have problem here, and come here and look this stove or look this wall, and you don't know what problems you have to go to the customer, and then you see exactly what happened, but you don't have information, but you have already reaction. Oh, what? Oh, I have to do 2 weeks, maybe this without money. Such kind of panical thinking, yeah. But when you release these emotions, when you feel this, you release this, then you don't have these panical emotions. You just very calmly go to this customer, and you see that, oh, there is no 2 weeks usually. There is maybe 2 hours or one day or something to do, yeah. But thinking things about the future usually not real things. Yeah, these situations are very good. I like this. And what else? Maybe this also, that when I went to the countryside, then I want to be a trainer with natural building materials and to run the workshop. I didn't want to do this everyday work, plastering, and like a workman, töömees in Estonia, we say.
Yes. Yes.
Suomeksi maybe also.
Työmies.
Töömees, yeah. I didn't want to be töömees because I was business guy, you remember?
Yes, I remember.
And the master degree, and I am not a töömees. But then I released these emotions, and then I started to be plaster guy, and now customers they say about me, you are töömees coming. If they say to the child, usually they say also, she or he says that, oh, töömees coming. But I release all these emotions, now I can do this töömees work normally. This is also very good change in my life, because people usually, they don't change so big. Estonian word is very good, kannapööre. It's like moving opposite directions. Businessman and now töömees.
Yeah. Well, if we're thinking about working life, main goal usually is get some money and feed the family and so on. And you have done quite much, if I understood right, that kind of karma yoga work, which is without money. How you deal with this economical situation if you don't get money?
Yeah, actually this is one question what I have, one goal also to this money situation. Sometimes in my life start, even now, they are not sometimes very good. And I work with my company, I have my own company, and I am the main worker and the boss, and I have also sometimes helpers. But main work I do alone. But sometimes clients don't pay the right time, and such kind of situations, they sometimes goes together at the same time. This client didn't pay, you know, you don't have money, but bills coming.
Yes.
And this is very stressful. Oh, what I do? And then I say sometimes in my thinking that that no money, but no stress also, because I can release these emotions. And actually, during last years, less and less I have these feelings during these situations. They are quite neutral for me. This is also very helpful, because everybody has some in their life some situations where it goes down or up, down or up. Life is down or up, but your state can be like this. Yeah, but life is down and up, down and up.
Well, it offers those kind of situations where we can go those high waves or low waves. We can choose ourselves how to react. Yep. So, what you would like to say now in the end of this interview for audience who is watching this interview? Do you have some specific message or thoughts to share?
Yeah, before these questions, I remembered also one, if I can say,
yes, of course,
one small story about child's and family life before this Ingvar course and after. Before, I said to my child that don't eat this, don't watch TV, don't take telephone, you know these stories. Don't watch TV too much, don't watch telephone too much, put the telephone on the table, go to the bed. Angry guy, angry father, yeah. But now I release these emotions also in this different, with these different situations. You have usually automatic reactions. If you're looking fathers and mothers, they automatically react. Even they didn't recognize it. The sentence is also the same every day. Put the telephone on the table. Put the telephone on the table. Put the telephone on the table. And about eating also, why they eat junk food and such kind of. And now I'm quite calm. Not quite, I'm calm. I can say if they eat junk food their life, I can say and explain that this food maybe supports more, maybe not, but I think this supports maybe you more. You can your choice is yours, yeah. And if you
do you mean that you don't have to control everything?
Yeah, not to control and not to, if you are with bad feelings, react, then your child subconscious remembers it automatically, and your relations are not so good. Of course, I don't let them do what they want, but I don't react emotionally. I can say it's very nicely and calmly also that this is like this is like this, and this food is like this. Sometimes I do joke also that, oh, again, you eat this, very good. Yeah, this is also very, very good for me, that I can be more calm.
Yes, but and I guess it will help you with kids' relationship between kids and with kids, and when you can be calm and doesn't have to.
Yeah, they also see. I remember a situation with cat. We have 0 floor in our house, and the cat,
like a basement.
Yeah, like a kelder Estoniacs. And but we don't let the cat to go to this 0 floor. There are technical stuff and such kind of things. But when we opened this door to the 0 floor, then the cat start to move. She wants to go, yeah. But my children, they reacted very quickly. Don't go, and put the cat and such kind of. But I remember one situation that I went to the cat. Okay. Like this, and then my younger children asked that, you don't react absolutely. She can go downstairs, like this. No reaction.
And when there is no reaction, there is not that kind of a strong energy what people has to face. That is also one good benefit.
But one big thing in my life is that I am not anymore churcher. Because, of course, I go this Kriya yoga path, but I know with these techniques, I know how to be myself, how to feel myself, true self. This is very big benefit, because everyday life, it very quickly gives the distance, and it also the very good energy, calm energy, and a little bit joyful energy to be with true self. But everyday situation, of course, you have to be outside and to communicate, but you can feel true self. This is very good benefit. And as I said, the second thing maybe for me, and maybe others also, life is like this American mountain. Life is. We can stabilize it a little bit sometimes, but maybe next years also like this. But actually with these techniques you can more stabilize your life, physical life also, because your inside world influence directly to your activities and outside world. So we can say my life is not anymore like this, but more like this, But state can be, and every day this state in English can be like this.
More
of course,
balanced.
sometimes I forget myself, and I'm with my thoughts, and then state goes also a little bit this, but then I remember, and I go back to myself, keep the distance, and life is also stable.
So you also have to recognize those moments when that line started to go more up, balance line.
Of course, there is not only a question about the emotions, but thoughts also. We in Western society, and I was, and I am also now, we like to think and thoughts, a lot of thoughts, our focus is on the thoughts usually. But as I said, with one example, thoughts with client called me that bad situations, and thoughts, they don't know future. They think that future is like this, but they influence our life.
Yes.
Everybody can say they influence. So this course we can change our thoughts also, because we have some, in Estonian we say kivisse raiutud. It's written in the stone or thoughts that take the telephone, you say to the child, that take the telephone, put on the table, don't eat this food, don't eat. They are written thoughts that we learned from our childhood. And with these techniques you can, we can say, clean these thoughts. You don't have any more these thoughts, then they don't influence your emotional body, then you don't react physically in these situations when you want to do the change. This is Very good. So I use every day these techniques. And even during this our meeting, I used this.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, it was pleasure to hear you.
Thank you.
And now share your story here, your thoughts, and I wish very good luck to you, Jaanus.
Thank you for interview.